Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Common Sense Academy. Today, we're going to look at a story from June of 2019 where two sovereign citizens refused to attend a trespassing sentencing. The reason I'm looking at this story is because it involves the same judge that I did a video on back on February 24th, where he put two sovereign citizens in jail who were being disorderly in his courtroom. So one of my viewers, Joe Donho, posted this story. I wanted to cover it real quick. It's a bit old, but we're going to learn something from it, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. But before we dig in, if you like my content, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Most importantly, I'm asking you to subscribe. It's a free way to support the show. Most of my viewers are actually not subscribed, which was sort of surprising to me. Today, I have 5,000 subscriptions exactly. If we can double that in the next few weeks or even the next few months, let's shoot for weeks. When I get 10,000, YouTube will give me all kinds of cool modifications that I can use. A dual screen feature, a merchandise shelf, a whole bunch of stuff. So go ahead and subscribe. Also, I have an email list. Sign up for my email list. You get a free PDF on a history and examination of the sovereign citizen movement. And I'm just going to send you free stuff on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. And before we dig in, most of you came here for the same time sip. Today I am drinking Black Rifle coffee from the Black Rifle Coffee Company. I know this is hard to see. There is a link to it in my description. You can go ahead, get yourself some Black Rifle right off of Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, you might be able to get it at a discount. The reason I'm just being upfront here, I would get a percentage of the profits. So if you like Black Rifle, you drink Black Rifle, you want to support the show, go ahead and buy it. What I like about Black Rifle is it's veteran owned. As most of you know, I am a veteran. I served in the Air Force for 4 years. The coffee tastes great. It's fresh when it's delivered. And they also have brands with extra caffeine. Right now, I have the medium roast, which I believe has a little bit of boost, but you can get other flavors that have like twice the caffeine of regular coffee. So I highly recommend Black Rifle. Grab it in my description. Let's raise our cups in the air. Today, I'm drinking coffee, the beverage of the gods, the nectar of the gods. I won't judge you if you are being a plebe today and drinking water or some inferior beverage. So raise your cup in the air. Cheers, Nostrovia, salute. Drink together. When we sip together, it tastes better. Cheers. Delicious coffee. Thank you for sitting through my opening. So out of Sunbury, Kentucky, an imprisoned couple claiming to be sovereign citizens refused to attend their sentencing hearing in person or by video conference in Northumberland County Court on Friday. Nevertheless, President Judge Charles Saylor, and again, watch my video from February 24th. This guy's hilarious. He's no nonsense. He sentenced John and Jane Doe, who are believed to be Kevin Kilgore and Kathleen Claxton, both of New York, to an 11-year max sentence in state prison. A jury in May found both people guilty of a felony count of criminal trespass and 4 misdemeanor counts of endangering the welfare of a child, resisting arrest, causing a public nuisance, and disorderly conduct. The jury selection in March and the trial in May were held without them due to their disruptive behavior. I've never done that. I am a practicing attorney. That'd be interesting to do an entire jury selection and trial without the presence of the defendants, the people on trial. John Doe received a sentence of 25 months to 11 years, while Jane Doe received a sentence of 21 months to 11 years. Both Does received credit for 283 days of time served and were ordered to pay $250 each in fines, plus court costs and fees. Here's the thing. They already did a substantial portion of their time. Well, I don't want to say that. They did less than half, but close to half of their time. So they go to court, they go to this sentencing, and they serve this sentence. They're not going to do that full 25 to 11 or 21 to 11. They were sitting in jail awaiting their trial, so they get credit for the time that they were sitting in jail that can be applied to their eventual sentence. They're accused of squatting at a home without power or running water at 808 West 5th Street, Connorsville. There's a Connellsville right here around Pittsburgh, Connorsville, with their young daughter and resisting arrest when police came to the house on August 29th. The home was unfit for human habitation, according to police. Two correctional officers from Northumberland County Jail and Sheriff Deputy Andrew Plank testified. The couple refused to leave the jail for the hearing on Friday. Saylor said the court was operating as if they had no past criminal history. But the couple refused to cooperate with fingerprinting or providing records for themselves or their daughter. No crap, they're sovereign citizens. Police said the man and woman refused to give their identities and claimed to be Moorish sovereign citizens. The Moorish sovereign citizen movement, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center, is a collection of independent organizations and lone individuals that emerged in the early 1990s as an offshoot of the anti-government sovereign citizens movement, which believes that individual citizens hold sovereignty over and are independent of the authority of federal and state governments. We all know that nonsense. A sovereign citizen, according to U.S. Legal's website, is a term used to refer to a political movement which grew out of a belief in government abuses of power. Members often refuse to hold social security cards or driver's license and avoid using zip codes. Sovereign citizens believe the U.S. citizens are either 14th Amendment citizens or sovereign, who are subject only to common law or constitutional law, but are not bound to obey statutory law. No court has ever upheld these claims. Assistant District Attorney Michael Flynn said previously the girl is living with relatives in New York. He had no comments on the following Friday's hearing. So I found this story funny because it was the same judge, Judge Saylor. He's dealt with these individuals before. He goes ahead and has the trial without them so that he can give them a sentence and put them in jail without them having any appealable issues. Because if you imprison someone, well, number one, you have to give them their trial within 1 year, and you can't imprison someone for longer. Well, I don't want to say you can't. You can in certain circumstances, but generally, you don't imprison someone for longer than a year without giving them a trial. The judge had the trial in their absence because of their attitude and their behavior, and they received sentences of close to a 2-year minimum in jail. They likely won't serve that maximum, but who knows? One important thing about the judicial system that this case highlights is how important the attitude of the individual being accused of the crime is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I've seen people with identical cases, but one person had a really bad attitude about coming to court, about him being accused of doing something wrong, about him acknowledging that he did something wrong or that he needed help to get his life together. And then on the other hand, and we're talking, again, identical charges. On the other hand, I've had individuals who accept responsibility for what they did, show actual remorse, show respect to the court every time they show up. Now, two identical crimes and two completely different approaches in regards to attitude, okay? And this person over here who had a negative attitude, I've seen them end up with twice the sentence of the person over here who came in with a positive attitude, showed remorse, and accepted responsibility. I cannot stress it enough. When you are facing a crime, whether it's a traffic ticket, whether you did it or didn't do it, coming in with the correct attitude is massively important because these judges are going to read the attitude of the individual who is being put on trial, and that's going to take into account their sentencing. Like the judge, like in this article itself, the judge stated that they didn't have any prior criminal histories, but they still ended up with 21 months. That's a legal 21 or 24. That's a legal sentence. That's likely what the guidelines call for in Kentucky on that type of crime. However, judges will often show leniency if you show the correct attitude towards them. This judge is not the kind of judge to show leniency. If you don't show that attitude, I can just tell. So an old article, but I think we learned a lot from it, and it was fun to walk down this little lane here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Joe Palmetto, Joe the Lawyer. This is Common Sense Academy. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Free way to support the show, but most of all, subscribe. I'm at 5,000 viewers right now, right today, as I'm making this video. Get me to 10,000. I get a merchandise shelf, dual screen, and more power to make better videos on YouTube. Thank you.